ever so slightly bigger, not by much, but a tiny bit. Aha! Good evening, Earthlings. Here we are on the same beach we were on the other day, only it's a lot more lively. So we have got very simple 2-hook paternoster, ounce of lead, small Aberdeens. In the bag there is half a pound of king rag, which will do for 2 trips, and we're going to cast it out there, shortish casts, and just hold the rod. Nothing fancy, no rod rest, nothing at all, and we'll see. I know there have been some sole caught and school bass, and whatever happens, it's nice and warm. It's windy but nice and warm, so we shall have a go. It's all super duper simple. And tomorrow night we're trying something different, which will also be super simple, and we'll see which one produces the goods. Probably all we're looking for today is maybe a school bass or flatfish. The way things have been going lately, any bloody thing will be good. Any sign of life. If not, the big tides, we can always go back on the mullet. So there we go. 2 worms, light lead. I'm actually fishing with a spinning rod. I just got to remember I got wellies on now, not just in my shorts. And a gentle lob, out it goes. We'll start there for now. We're literally 30 meters out. On the basis of any fish are going to be close in, where the food is, being washed out by the waves. And we're going to follow it wherever it goes. Gear wise, I've got everything in my little waist bag that Horatio gave me. I've got 1 trace on, a spare one in the bag, 1 spare lead weight, forceps, snips, and we literally don't really need anything else. And obviously car keys and what have you are zipped up in a nice waterproof pocket. Looks very lovely, and we're definitely going to do this in the dark this week, I think. Because fishing for sole is something you do in the dark, but the water's a bit cloudy, the sky is a bit cloudy, so you never know. Conditions are good. You just need to bump into a fish. Are you all on? Are you with us? Yes. Stop rolling up them funny fags and concentrate. It certainly looks a lot more fishy than it did the other day. Flat calms have their moments, but lively water is better. For anyone who's about to ask me, it's an 8-metre tide. And they're going to get bigger right through till Saturday. Today being... I don't actually know. Could be a Monday, could be a Tuesday. Looks like a Monday, doesn't it? Grey. Okay, we'll go with Monday. So by Saturday, biggest tide of all. So hopefully we'll get a fair bit of fishing in that time. It could also be, of course, golden greys out there. They will take ragworm. One of them will be okay. To me it looks like the sort of place you find a bass, but the weather hasn't really been wild enough to break up the mackerel shoals, so I would guess they're still out there on them, in which case we are in the wrong place. But we might find one, you never know. We're not just going to stay in this one place. As this lead weight comes in, and it is coming in slowly, we'll pick it up and move 10 or 20 metres down the beach and have another cast. Anything, in fact, to get away from those wind kite surf things, because they take up a lot of room, and we did catch one last year. Don't know what the British record is for a kite surfer, but he's quite big and not very chuffed. But he could see us fishing. What did he expect to happen? If you are going to do something like this, you want a really balanced outfit so it doesn't put any strain on your arms, because some of my rods are surprisingly top heavy, whereas this one is well balanced and you can actually rest the reel on the belt bag thing, so there's no weight on your hands at all. You might think it's a little thing, but once you've been here a couple of hours, you will begin to feel it, and we will progress that way to get away from them further and further. And you never know, we might find somewhere where we see some swirls, some fish. There's never any need to just stay in one place. And you can do all sorts with this. You can literally throw it out, you just retrieve it a yard every now and again and see if you can bump into a fish. Or you can throw it out there and let the current take it, and for some reason today there doesn't seem to be any current at all. Normally there's a hell of a current on this beach, and you can throw your lead weight out there and let it swing all the way in until it comes up on the sun. This tide is coming in pretty fast. Definite, oh, first bootful, nice, idiot. It's definitely the sort of surf that I'll have fish in it. Concentrate, Timothy, the water's going higher, not lower. We fished all the way in, look, till we were right in front of us, nothing. Let's go down a bit. Do it all again. Those two worms will probably go for another dunking, just about. Out they go. I know half of one of those worms left the building on the way out, so we won't leave it out too long, but we got plenty, so we can just replace it. Any road, let's switch you off for a bit and we will continue, and I'll switch you back on if we're really lucky later. For those of you who are vaguely interested, that flat water there between each breaker is called a surf table, and the fish are going to be hunting up and down those where the water's quiet. They'll just let that wave come over the top of them and they've got nice quiet water to hunt in. It's a question of which table they'll be in. And if they're not disturbed, they'll be right close to the beach. As we saw when we were fly fishing for mullet. We waded out and fished back towards the land, and they were between me and the land, and I was only in knee deep water. It doesn't take much water for them to feel comfy. And don't forget, this sand is full of those sand flea things. There's another fisherman going past now, look, bang bang. And those sand fleas will be coming out of their holes as soon as they get wet. And then they'll be swirling about in there, and that's easy meat for anything. Anyway, after that thought, I'm switching you off. Right, we just had a bite. Is he on? Or is he gone? He may have gone while I was switching the camera on, to be honest. Because I'm not feeling him now. Wherever he was. Oh no, there he is. This is a very, very, very mini bass. Extremely mini. Go on, off your toddle. But it is a fish. So we'll rebait the top hook again. Because he's looking a bit sad. Yep. Dip them in the water, it makes them tense up a bit. And out we go again. See if we can get something bigger. Oh, I think we just had another bite. Yep, we're definitely getting a bite. Is it a fish? Is it a flatty or what? I don't know. Seems to have gone. Definitely gone. I do believe it's raining. That wasn't on the forecast. Right, well, whatever that one was is gone. It's probably bitten the end off the worm. Perhaps he'll come back, perhaps he won't. Oh, there he is. Oh, I don't know if we got him. It's very small if we have. Maybe even smaller than the other one because I can't see anything. Definitely no fish. Both worms have had a ragging. Let's have another go. Those hooks are so small really that there we go, we got a bite again. Yep, are we in? Are we in? Have we got him? My guess is if there's something there, it's another, yep, there's something there, it's a mini bass. Is it even smaller? It is. Is that the way the day is going to go? Are they going to get smaller and smaller and smaller? Because that is very small. There we go, off he goes. Looks like casting a little bit further out is the answer. If you can call 4-inch bass the answer. You never know, do you? You never know what else is out there. The next one might be £4. At least for fishing king ragworm you can get everything from 4 inches upwards. If we were fishing my usual half a mackerel, you kind of select out everything that's £2 and upwards, and if they're not here then you'll not be catching anything. I think the biggest fish I've seen caught on a little section of worm like this was a guy fishing over Mumbles one night. We were fishing there in the winter and he had a 17-pound cod on a 1/0 hook with a single lugworm. It just goes to show if you put it in front of them, they're going to hoover it up. I think we've got something on here, I don't know what it is though. It is, my god, it's even smaller than the last one. Do you think they could get any smaller than that? Anyway, he's away. 2 bits of worm left on it. Let's have another little bit of a cast with them. Where are the slightly bigger bass? And I think we might have just had another bootful. Never mind, we're having fun. Right, well, we either need something half the size of that, or something 5 times the size of that, or 10 times the size of that. That would be better. There's got to be something out there. Okay, we just had another bite on those bits of worm. Wherever it was, it grabbed it and buggered off. But that's quite often the way. They'll grab at something, circle around, come back for another look if you give them a chance. Though in this case he just seems to have left. There's one slightly bigger, ever so slightly bigger, not by much but a tiny bit. Off you go. I suppose they're heading in the right direction, aren't they? Even if it is very slowly. Getting some bites, but they're not hooked at all. Is it another mini bass or is it a flatfish? Oh, it's actually proper raining now. The water is really warm. Shorter cast this time, if you're still with us. You seem to be. No idea what the time is. The top tide's 6. Don't know. No visible tide line really, so don't know where we are. Does it even matter? If you look across there, look, Swansea's having it. And the steelworks are disappearing. Assuming you've just come out and we're getting plenty of nibbly bites. See if it develops into anything at all. Still something biting at it. Can't feel anything. Oh, definitely somebody was there because they ragged everything. The price of the worms has gone up, but the size of the worms has gone down. Doesn't matter to me right now, but might matter to someone. For my purposes right now, these worms are fine. You know, we're going to fish until it becomes obvious the tide is all the way in. And then we'll save the rest of the worms for tomorrow's adventures. Now we're still getting a few little taps. I'm not doing anything in a rush because maybe one time these little taps will actually be a flatfish. Something different. Not developing into anything, that's for sure. Are you with us? Yes. Everything's looking suspiciously wet. Like a proper Welsh summer. Wet and muddy. You would have thought there'd be bass out there bigger than 8 inches long. Surely. Or even a bass of £1/2 pound would be nice. And if we look down there, the water's nice and clear. The water's nice and warm. It's nice and lively. You'd think there'd be something else out there. Maybe when we come back and do it after dark. Not sure if we'll be able to film it down here after dark because it'll be actually dark. Perhaps the phone will do it. Perhaps it would be better.